This podcast contains paid advertisements, but more on that later. Welcome to the O'Connor Bootstrap Podcast, where I discuss how you can grow your business by the bootstraps. This applies to all entrepreneurs, from the person just starting up to the one that is already well established. My goal is to help you grow. I am your host, Isaiah O'Connor. So today I'm going to start off with my sponsor, Audible. It's audible.com, link in the description below. What is Audible? Audible is audiobooks. People read books, you get to listen to them. It's great if you're really, really busy. I've got the podcast, attempting to try to keep up on the blog. I've got a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old boy stuck home because of coronavirus, and trying to run a balloon business, and plan for my comeback here coming up soon. And I picked up another job planting trees in the meantime to make ends meet until I can reopen my business. I've got a lot on my hands. I don't have a lot of time to sit and read. But I do have a lot of time driving in my car and time walking around and planting trees. I can listen to things. So that means I can listen to my books. So if you're really busy, don't have time to read, but you want to read and consume books, multimillionaires, multiple businessmen read a lot of books. It's very important to read. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a business person, read. It will help you succeed. So this is the easy way to go. Go check them out. 30-day free trial, $14.95 after a month afterwards. Quite honestly, if I had the choice between Audible and Netflix, I'd take Audible. Just me. And if you cancel the account, you keep your audiobooks, you get 30% off of all additional purchases. You can exchange your audiobooks if you don't like it. You can swap it for free. Great customer service. You can cancel it anytime. You're not locked in. They're really great. So go check them out. They're amazing. Audible.com. So over the last couple of weeks, while I've been out planting trees, I've had a couple of podcast inspirations, and this is the first one. And walking around the mountains, up and down hills, a long ways. I think a couple days ago, my step counter tracked like 14 kilometers. I don't know what it is miles, I just set to local standards. At 14 and a half kilometers walked in one day, which is a lot, especially if you've not been used to it. I mean, until then, especially since this whole corona epidemic, pandemic, whatever, hit, I've been inside a lot. I haven't been doing a whole lot. And even before then, I've been doing a lot of business stuff on the computer, a lot of marketing, a lot of planning, a lot of sitting around doing phone calls, taking care of business. And boy, I tell you, I'm in shape, but the shape I'm currently in is round, and I can feel it. Out there, when I was a kid, when I was 16, 17, 18 years old, I could hike for hours and hours and hours, be fine. But I'm out of shape. Well, that's fine. But one of the things that did happen is I've gotten a few blisters, one of which is a mammoth-sized one on my toe, and I called it a second toe. It was so big. I know, that might be gross. Sorry. Anyway, but this is where we're starting to get into the point of the subject. That was the first couple of days. I got huge blisters. Now, a couple of weeks in, the blister is gone down. The other blisters are healing up, and my feet are starting to toughen up. The skin is starting to heal over and toughen up and become stronger, and it develops calluses. Now, as I keep going, as I keep working, my skin keeps toughening up harder and harder and harder till there'll be a point where, yeah, you can still get a blister under a callus. I did research before starting this podcast, and no, blisters do not turn into calluses. However, as your skin gets uh, the pressure on it and things rub against it and stress is put onto it. Now, because of this process and my skin is toughening up, my feet hurt less. And the less my feet hurt, the more efficient I am out there working in the fields because I can just go out and work and not worry about the pain. And my feet are tough and I'm kind of used to it. Now, that was a rather long introduction into now why did he ramble on about blisters on his feet because he's now working a outdoor job. What does that have to do with business? Well, here's what I was thinking. Maybe it's just all the fresh air going to my head, but I realized that when you start up a business, when you're a bootstrapper, it's hard at first. When you first start up, it can beat you up. You make mistakes. For me, I wasn't sure how to do the accounting right. That came back to bite me in the butt. That was a pain in the butt. I've had customers stiff me, and I didn't have a contract. I still had to send collections, but maybe I should have asked for payment up front. And all these little growing pains of starting a business come in. And sometimes they can cause a lot of pain. They can cause sleepless nights. You can make mistakes that haunt you for weeks and months later, like a blister can. But as you get used to, okay, yeah, there might be a customer or two that stiffs me. Just send to collections, let them deal with it. Yeah, ever so often a customer is not going to be 100% happy. You just fix the problem. You apologize, refund them the money, whatever. You go on. The longer you go in business, these little things that pop up, first of all, they don't pop up as often because you've learned not to do those things. And the second thing is when things do pop up, when you do make mistakes, it doesn't hurt as much because, oh, whoops, okay, but this is how I deal with that problem. Oops, I made this mistake. I'm getting better, no problem. It's a process. And eventually, those places that hurt so much in your business as you push through, they will no longer hurt and you'll be toughened up against it. So yeah, you get a customer that just doesn't like you or whatever. Yeah, it sucks. It's not fun. But you go, well, all my other customers are happy. I've done the best I could and they just had a bad day. Okay, whatever. You just let it roll off your back. But the first couple of weeks, the first couple of months, the first year, oh no, the customer didn't like it. Oh no, the customer was upset. What do I do? What do I do? Panic. Now it's like, okay. I made a mistake or the customer didn't like what I did. There was miscommunication. How do I fix it? And yeah, you don't like it. It's still not completely fun. But it just rolls off your back. You just keep going because you've built up a resistance to that, just like you build up calluses and it gets easier. I know that's probably a weird thing to talk about with business, but yeah, it's how business is. The longer you go in business, the harder you work. The more struggles you have, the greater you can resist and deal with the problems that come. It just builds up and gets stronger and stronger and stronger. And that's how you continue on with business. And that will actually leads into the next podcast, which I won't talk about that, the struggles and the thick skin you build up. Because, hey, we all know the phrase, you need to thicken your skin up, you need to have a thick skin. And that's what I'm talking about here. You develop a bit thick skin in business when it comes to your troubles and tribulations and competitors being mean or all these things that life in the business world throws at you. If you got to develop the thick skin. You develop a thick skin, you're good. I mean, still care for people. You don't have to become cold and hard and callous, as the term is. You need to just be able to have the ability to take the attacks and deal with it. You don't lose who you are. You don't lose being a nice person. You don't lose taking care and being caring. which is a warning. You have to be careful so that you don't get too callous and stop caring about people as well. Anyway, so this leads in to next week. What do you do with these built-in, thick skin from business when things don't go well? So I will talk about that. I will see you in a couple of days. You have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye bye. Okay, just as a reminder, we do offer a free 1/2 hour, no obligation consultation. All you need to do is go to our website and contact us through there, or you can contact me directly at my O'Connor Bootstrap podcast Facebook group or our Atheoz.com Facebook page as well. And if you would like to support this channel, the best thing you can do, of course, is to like and share and subscribe. That helps the most. Or you can check out one of our affiliate links. And of course, I do have a PayPal and a Patreon account, and the links will be in the description below. Thank you very much. You all have a good day. You have been listening to the O'Connor Bootstrap podcast and Atheoz Business Solutions podcast. For other podcasts, past episodes, and related blogs, please check out our website at www.atheoz.com. That is www.atheoz.com or atheoz.com. Until next time, I've been your friendly neighborhood entrepreneur, Isaiah O'Connor.